Glenn. Why not? Why not Kevin Glenn?
Launch countdown. T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have liftoff. It was 1962. I was a young boy watching John Glenn soar into the sky. It was at that moment my dreams first took flight. Even at such an early age, I learned the power of exaggeration. John Glenn, Kevin Glenn. Well, if my impressionable friends drew the wrong conclusion, what was I to say? Madam Toastmaster, friends, and dreamers of all ages, do you recall that moment when your dreams first took flight? When fantasy was your reality? I do. I wanted to be an astronaut. I wanted to soar into outer space. I still do. But so far, I haven't come close. Not exactly. As a young adult, I was given a chance. Not to soar into space, but to plummet down from it. I figured what goes up must come down. So when I got asked, do I want to go skydiving, I figured half a flight, better than none. So guess what I said? Say it with me. Why not? And then we suited up and head to the plane. Since I was going to be the first one out, I was the last one in, seated on the floor between the pilot and the door. Many other skydivers had sat right where I was. Some had left inscriptions on the dash. The one I will always remember is, does your mother know where you are? We take off and bank over. I look out. Wow! Pilot looks at me. You ever been in a plane before? No! This is cool! We continue to climb until we reach 2,000 foot elevation. And the pilot tells the jump master, we've arrived. There's a click and a mighty whoosh. The side door swings up and a burst of cold air enters the cabin, taking your very breath away and almost your lunch. I was shaking like a leaf. My heart was beating out of my chest. You would have thought I was about to give my icebreaker speech. Jump master looks at me. Kevin, are you ready? Take your position. I swing my legs outside the plane and look down. Holy moly! The earth is so far away. Suddenly, I had my answer to that question. Why not? I slowly climb outside the plane, holding onto the strut, looking in at the jump master for the final all clear. He gives me the signal and I jump. And for a few glorious seconds in my life, I realized my childhood dream. I felt like an astronaut. I was, for a moment, living a glimmer of my dream. In 1961, President Kennedy dared to dream when he declared, this nation should commit itself to landing a man on the moon and returning safely to the earth. Returning safely to the earth was my primary inspiration at this moment. I wouldn't be plummeting to earth at such an alarming pace if it hadn't been for John F. Kennedy. Nor would Neil Armstrong have ever uttered those immortal words from the moon. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. So what does Neil Armstrong walking on the moon, John Glenn orbiting the Earth, and Kevin Glenn plummeting to Earth all have in common? They all began with a dream. Not just any dream, but a bold, daring, and previously unimaginable dream. Have you ever had a dream so bold and so daring that most people couldn't imagine? Have you ever failed to act because others couldn't envision what you had so clearly dreamed? Have you ever been swayed by fear or doubt when you dared to ask, why not? As you may safely assume, my parachute deployed, woohoo, and I returned safely to the earth. John F. Kennedy's most famous phrase begins, "Ask not. I contend. All of your hopes, your desires, and your dreams begin the moment you say, you ask." Say it with me, why not? Madam Toastmaster.